First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set, ready, 18, Gators.
55, Mike. Record.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Check 55 to Mike.
Smooth.
Mike 55. Mike 55. You run.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Ackerman. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Hey, come on now. Alert 3.
General West. Let go.
On first down, it's Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Second and 4. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 6-6, pull it high. Shoot.
Now it's Hines, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Greystone, travel.
In your face. Check 31, check 31.
Big river.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
We're set. 19.
57, come on. Get him. Switch.
24. Line him, go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's get off the field, D.
Let's get off the field, D. Line him, go.
To throw is Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Kill. Turn up.
25.
Watch the eye.
25.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, Haywood. So Mike's on the right.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 91.
Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
We go. 60 or.
Watch left. Tight end to the right, tight end left. 3.
Hey, zoom.
Check. 3 down. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Target. Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
On 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now.
Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Marcus Davenport. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
59, 59. Right here, right here. Watch that, alert! Quick.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Hey, set. 19. 57. 24. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on. You better bring it. Mike's 57. 57 to Mike. 59. 57 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Watson finds his tight end Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on, dude. Alert.
From the gun, here's Watson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Sex all day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
So we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check, 59. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Watson now, operating from the gun. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 14th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go. One for Mike. Watch one. Watch one. Ricky. Mike one.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Ackerman. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Faking the give, now Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives him a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so, And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Watch one. Here it comes. Here it comes. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Operating from the gun. Ackerman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10. That's taken in by Callaway. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
On first down, Watson. That one caught by Gibson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go, baby. Watch the safety creep. Check it out. Under 10, under 10, 10. Let's walk.
On second and a couple, Watson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. And he's going to be brought down. back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 37, 25, check 25, check 25.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Forced out to us, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Watson. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's caught at the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mike one.
Coming for you.
So Mike's number one.
I'm coming.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You
Looking to throw. got his target, Samuel. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Ready, ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 55 to Mike. Took the ball.
Back to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st down, Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's...
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And this is caught at the 8. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Mike, check, 59. That's it. Let's set a tone. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
Now Watson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
218, chopper.
check your hot read. So Mike's number one, Mike's number one. Watch the out, watch the out.
Smooth.
Here we go. Oh, one's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go.
Throwing again. Ackerman. Throwing left side. It's complete. 22 yards there. A first down. This quarterback now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here.
Get it.
From the gun, Ackerman taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
A shotgun snap for Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's go.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready?
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
50, plant. Shoot.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Got it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
And they take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Falcons' 23-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bucs, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as